Are you a Diet Coke enthusiast? Or perhaps a loyal fan of Diet Pepsi? All the flavor, none of the sugar, right? Well, it's about to get complicated. The World Health Organization just indicated their intention to declare aspartame, the powerful sweetener found in your low-sugar beverages, as possibly carcinogenic to humans, meaning your diet drink can possibly cause cancer to humans. Join us as we discuss how aspartame can adversely affect your health as you get older. We'll explore the types of foods that contain aspartame and provide insights on how you can avoid the negative health consequences associated with this controversial sweetener. Aspartame is an artificial sugar substitute about 200 times sweeter than regular table sugar. It is commonly known by the brand name Equal. In 1965, chemist James M. Schlatter unintentionally discovered aspartame as he was working on an anti-ulcer drug. Some of the most popular sugar or zero-calorie drinks contain aspartame. For instance, Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke. Aspartame is also found in sugar-free chewing gum. Brands like Extra, Orbit, Trident, Hollywood, Mentos, Freedent, and Airwaves use aspartame as either the primary or one of the main sweetening agents for their sugar-free gum. Even the supposedly healthy General Mills' Fiber One original cereal contains aspartame. Breyer's no sugar-added ice cream, Eddie's, and Skinny Cow ice cream contain aspartame. Activia Light has aspartame and sucralose in place of sugar. Imagine that! If you are taking the orally disintegrated versions of medication, such as Risperidol to manage your bipolar disorder or Xanax to manage anxiety, they contain aspartame too. There are many ways aspartame can negatively affect your body and overall well-being as you get older. Here are 6 of the most significant ones. Aspartame induces anxiety up to 2 generations. In a groundbreaking study featured in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences in December 2022, researchers found that aspartame had the potential to induce anxiety symptoms for up to 2 generations on the paternal side, that is, through males in a family. According to this study, if your grandfather or your father consumed diet drinks, for instance, you can get anxiety symptoms transmitted from them, even if you have never consumed any aspartame yourself. It also means that if you like no sugar ice cream, or you eat Activia Light yogurt, or perhaps you chew sugar-free gum, you can transmit anxiety symptoms to all your kids. To compound matters, your boys can transmit anxiety symptoms to their kids as well. There is definitely a very alarming connection between aspartame and generational anxiety. Aspartame increases the likelihood of weight gain. As you indulge in diet soda, the sweetness of the artificial sweetener is detected by your tongue. This information is then relayed by your taste buds to the brain. In response, the brain promptly communicates with your pancreas, signaling it to prepare for the release of insulin. However, since no actual sugar has been consumed, the pancreas is tricked into producing insulin without any real need for it. Now, the pancreas doesn't want to waste the insulin it has secreted, so it signals your brain to increase your appetite. This encourages you to eat more, allowing your pancreas to put the insulin to good use. Most people actually end up eating more and gaining weight, the opposite of what they were trying to prevent in the first place by eating and drinking diet versions of foods and beverages they love. Aspartame is linked to cancer. The potential carcinogenic effects of aspartame have sparked considerable controversy. One notable study conducted by the Ramazani Institute in Europe revealed a startling 300% increase in leukemia and lymphoma cases associated with aspartame consumption. Additionally, numerous other studies have linked aspartame to various types of cancer, such as lung cancer, liver cancer, and breast cancer. In light of these concerns, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, a division of the World Health Organization, has undertaken a fresh review of safety data on aspartame. As previously mentioned, the WHO is now going to declare aspartame as possibly carcinogenic to humans. Aspartame induces or worsens diabetes. In one study, over 6,800 individuals between 45 to 84 years old of age were found to have a 67% higher risk of having diabetes if they consume diet sodas. In many cases, aspartame is shown to worsen diabetes symptoms, such as diabetic retinopathy and diabetic neuropathy. Diabetic retinopathy is damage to the blood vessels in the retina of your eyes, eventually leading to serious vision problems and even blindness. Diabetic neuropathy, on the other hand, is damage to your nerves. Depending on the affected nerves, diabetic neuropathy symptoms include pain and numbness in the legs, feet, and hands. It can also cause problems with the digestive system, urinary tract, blood vessels, and heart. For some people, diabetic neuropathy can be quite painful and disabling. Aspartame can cause nervous system and brain disorders. In his book, The Taste That Kills, neuroscientist Dr. Russell Blaylock extensively discusses the connection between aspartame and brain tumors and cell damage, as well as the potential role aspartame plays in conditions such as Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's. He explains that compounds found in aspartame can overstimulate neurons in the brain, contributing to these neurological issues. In one study, infant mice that were fed low doses of aspartame actually developed brain damage. Aspartame increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. Research conducted by Purdue University has indicated that the regular consumption of artificial sweeteners, particularly aspartame, is linked to weight gain and metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is a cluster of conditions such as increased blood pressure, high blood sugar levels, abnormal cholesterol levels, and excess abdominal fat. When left unaddressed, metabolic syndrome can significantly increase the risk of developing heart disease, including the possibility of stroke. To prevent aspartame from making your life miserable as you get older, you have to reduce your consumption. Here is how. First, read labels. Aspartame hides in many foods, beverages, and even medicine. Be aware and notice anything labeled as low-calorie, sugar-free, light, or diet, as they often use artificial sweeteners like aspartame. Develop the habit of checking the ingredients list on packaged foods and beverages before buying. Aspartame may be listed under its name or as its code E951. Of course, anytime you see equal, that's aspartame. Next, choose natural sweeteners. Organic brown sugar in small quantities, maple syrup, and raw honey are all natural sugars. As long as you use them in moderation, you should be fine. Lastly, do not substitute aspartame with other artificial sweeteners. Do not, for example, switch from Equal to Splenda. Artificial sweeteners in general have similar harmful effects. By implementing these practices and making conscious choices about the foods and beverages you consume, you can reduce your exposure to aspartame and avoid all the potentially horrible consequences. Remember, the decisions you make today can greatly impact your overall well-being tomorrow.